Beat Sugar? No, baby. Florida is not as nearly as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think he would have beat him?
How? How you gonna keep him off? Sugar is a dog. People don't, just cause his name Sugar don't mean nothing. I mean, if you beat him after that, it don't count. You understand me? So it's not that. I'm not saying Floyd's not a great fighter, but I can't put him ahead of guys who have crossed that line like that. When you have when I put you in with an equal opposition.
Been orchestrated. I don't know, but I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
Roy Jones Jr. didn't hold back when calling out Floyd Mayweather, leaving Stephen A. Smith visibly surprised. Jones argued that while Mayweather's undefeated record looks flawless on paper, much of it came from facing big-name opponents who were past their prime. According to Roy, Floyd never truly stepped in against a fighter with genuine knockout power or serious danger. In his eyes, Mayweather's career was built more on calculated safety than on proving himself as the absolute best inside the ring.
Right. I don't know what's going on with him. Sugar Ray Leonard said himself he thought he would beat him. The reason I tell people I thought Sugar would beat him is because when you mention great fighters, right, 90% of your great fighters are black, the ones from the Packies. Now, with the Eastern Bloc coming on like they are, there's going to be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see it, these guys are going to be great. They're going to start eclipsing and coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them are going to be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level? Nobody. Sugar Ray Leonard beat Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns twice, Roberto Duran, who would be one of the other people on that pound list. He beat guys that were Floyd Mayweather Sr. He beat guys that were at their prime, no matter what color they were. He beat all of them at their prime. Him and Tommy fought when they both had O's. Not when Tommy got beat by Iran Barkley. That's too late to beat Tommy. If you beat him after that, it don't count. You understand me? So it's not that. I'm not saying Floyd's not a great fighter, but I can't put him ahead of guys who have crossed that line like that. When I put you in with an equal opposition, now I can judge and say, hey, you did that. You go on that line. But Terrence Crawford was there all these years. He never fought him. He fought Canelo, who was way younger than Crawford. Well, 3 years younger than Crawford. But Crawford was there too, but you never called Crawford's name.
Is there like some sort of tensions and beef between you? Or?
He got mad because I said that on All the Smoke, and then he started put up some video of him watching some of the fights I had in my later career where I got knocked out. He said, look at the highlights. Yeah, they make the highlights, but those highlights are probably more exciting than your highlights. Still, you feel me? But when you play with me, I'm not ducking or dodging nothing. Still, my name's still Roy Jones Jr. I don't care. I get in shape right now for anybody. Running ain't my game. I never duck and dodge. I'm not that guy.
Do you think he'll fight you?
I don't know if he will. I'm wide open for it. So let's go.
And on that note, always a pleasure, my man. Thank you.
As Stephen A. Smith praised Floyd Mayweather's greatness, he recalled one of the most remarkable moments of Floyd's career, the night he faced a young, hungry, and dangerous Canelo Alvarez. Stephen revealed that Mayweather stepped into that fight, carrying a hand injury, a risk most fighters would never dare to take. Yet, despite the setback, Floyd controlled the bout from start to finish. Smith highlighted Mayweather's unmatched skill, composure, and ring IQ, noting that very few could school a fighter like Canelo, even at his best. For Stephen, that night was living proof of why Mayweather stands among the all-time greats. Injured or not, he never backed down from a challenge.
Mayweather looks me in my face, and he says, I'm gonna take him out about the 8th or 9th round. And I said, your hand's always broken. You ain't known for your punching power since you moved up from lightweight to welterweight. Why are you so sure you're gonna do this? He said, Stephen A., he's a UFC fighter. He said, and he's a striker. He's accustomed to coming at you and throwing punches. What he's not accustomed to doing is punching while he's throwing backwards, while he's moving backwards, and pushing you off of him. He says, I'm gonna walk right into him and stay in his chest. He's gonna have to push me off in order to throw his punches. He said he's gonna be circling the ring. He said by around 4 or 5, he's not gonna have any legs. He's gonna be done. And he said, and I'll just toy with him and keep him around until around the 8th or the 9th round. And that is exactly what Floyd Money Mayweather did.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor Not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
Roy Jones Jr. doesn't just question Floyd Mayweather's greatness, he aims to dismantle it piece by piece. In Roy's eyes, Floyd's 50-0 record is less about perfection and more about protection. He argues that Mayweather secured his undefeated status by avoiding truly dangerous opponents in their prime, relying on strategic matchmaking and perfect timing rather than stepping into real danger. To Roy, true greatness isn't measured by staying spotless. It's about taking risks, walking through the fire, and still standing tall. He insists that any genuine boxing fan who follows the sport closely can spot the cracks in Mayweather's carefully crafted image. And for Roy, this isn't hate, it's just the truth.
Even at this age, who's better? Let's do it. We don't got to do subliminals. Roy Jones, 56 years of age, right? If you don't know, Roy Jones, who's 66 wins, 10 losses, no draw, 47 wins by way of knockout. He was knocked out 5 times in his career. Stands at 5'11" with a 74-inch arm reach. Roy Jones was asked a few times, particularly he did an interview with another Hall of Famer, an Olympic gold medalist, 2-division world champion retired, Andre S.O.G. Ward. And Roy Jones was asked about, what his thoughts is of Floyd Mayweather. He's always been very outspoken when it comes to Floyd Mayweather. He's never kept it a secret. He don't value Floyd Mayweather because Floyd Mayweather made a statement about Roy Jones, icon, right? A guy he looked up to, the GOAT that many people believe, Muhammad Ali. When Floyd Mayweather made the comments that Muhammad Ali is not better than him, that he's better than Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones didn't take that too lightly. Roy Jones was not happy with that. He said, how you gonna say you better than the GOAT? How you gonna say you better than somebody that paved the way for us all? How you gonna say, that you could beat Muhammad Ali? You a small guy. You understand what I'm saying? And rightfully so, I get it. But Roy Jones, gotta understand, everybody's mindset ain't his mindset, right? Everybody don't have the same mindset. Everybody not looking at it the same way, right? Floyd Mayweather always says this. It is no disrespect to no other fighter, but I ain't getting the sport of boxing to say no fighter is better than me. And he ain't supposed to, right? You get in this, you have idols, you have icons, you have people that paved the way that you look up to, but you get in it to be better than them, right? It's just like being a parent, right? You want your kids to be better than you, not equal to you, not on the same level, but you want them to be better than you. And that's how Floyd Mayweather look at it. Yeah, Muhammad Ali paved the way. Yes, he's great, but guess what? I ain't getting in this sport for to say somebody's better than me. Now, where Floyd Mayweather went a little sideways to the people when Muhammad Ali's kids and family got involved, his daughter Layla Ali, they wasn't happy. And then Floyd said, well,
as Roy Jones Jr. continues to speak out, more fans are beginning to see his point of view. He's not talking out of bitterness, he's speaking from the perspective of someone who has been in the trenches at boxing's highest level. In his prime, Roy was a phenomenon, lightning fast, explosively powerful, endlessly creative, and nearly untouchable inside the ropes. His career was filled with moments of brilliance, where he faced real danger head-on and made it look effortless. That's why, when Roy speaks, his words carry undeniable weight.
Jr. is telling the truth about Floyd Mayweather Jr. Finally, as the two of these incredible fighters have been going back and forth in the media, trading barbs, trading insults. But as people listen and look, one thing that stands out to me is that you guys must have really forgotten how great a fighter Roy Jones Jr. was at his peak. When you look at Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s whole career, you see a perfect career, incredible fights, no losses. But what you won't see is any time in his career where he was as good and as dominant at his peak as Roy Jones Jr. was. Roy Jones Jr. was one of the best fighters, pound for pound, #1 fighter in the sport of boxing for over a decade, and he deserves respect for that. Now, specifically about what Floyd Mayweather Jr. had to say and the insult that he had about Muhammad Ali, that's what is at the root of Roy Jones Jr.'s problem with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Because Floyd Mayweather Jr., despite how great he is absolutely positively an egomaniac, incapable, seemingly incapable of giving other people their credit. If you can't give credit to Muhammad Ali as being one of the top 5 fighters of your lifetime, Floyd, stop it. You know full well that he is a better fighter than Roberto Duran and that you are just being petty and insulting about the man. And I applaud Roy Jones Jr. for checking Floyd Mayweather on that. And he isn't the first person to check Floyd about that. Mike Tyson said the same thing. Floyd is just an incredibly gifted person in the ring, but outside the ring, I think it's kind of hard to find anybody that's a bigger jackass than Floyd.
Claressa Shields, a decorated Olympic champion and one of the most respected figures in boxing today, has now stepped into the heated debate between Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. after exchanging words on social media. Shields made her stance crystal clear. The only real way to settle this is inside the ring. While she fully respects Floyd's talent and accomplishments, she questions how much they truly mean without facing a dangerous, proven challenge. In her view, an opponent like Roy Jones Jr., who has conquered multiple weight classes, would finally show whether Mayweather truly deserves the legendary status so many have given him. For Shields, greatness isn't built on reputation alone, it's forged in action.
Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. I don't like the debate. You know, to me, they're legendary. They're Hall of Famers. Well, I don't understand this beef. I mean, what do you think about it overall?
Beef is beef, man. Smoke is smoke. People don't like each other, man. I don't know why everybody act like they're so shocked. There's people who I don't like. Hell, beef is beef, man. And everybody got their egos. And you know, Floyd posted that story where he showed Roy Jones getting knocked out, and then
he was being a little bit
Roy said what he said, and it was like, now it's beef. So, hey, best way to handle beef is to fight.
That's what Tarver said. Just let him fight. Let him fight.
Just let him fucking fight.
We see another exhibition on that.
That's how I feel about all my beef. Just let us fight, goddamn. I want to fight somebody.
So if I had to bet the house, who would I bet on? Mayweather or Roy Jones Jr. if that fight actually did happen?
I have seen Mayweather train, and I was in Dubai with him on one of his exhibition fights. And I tell you that Mayweather can come back and fight professional against some of the best men in the world right now.
This potential clash between Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. has set the boxing world on fire. It's not just casual fans joining the conversation. Hardcore analysts, fellow champions, and major sports outlets are all weighing in. The debate goes far beyond who's faster or stronger. It's about legacy. It's about truth. It's about who truly defines greatness in boxing. That on one side, Mayweather's loyal supporters point to his spotless record, his razor-sharp ring IQ, and his defensive mastery. On the other, Roy's believers see him as the more naturally gifted fighter, a man unafraid to take risks, fight bigger opponents, and put everything on the line. Everyone has a theory, a prediction, a favorite, and with every passing day, the buzz is only getting louder.
Yeah, I heard all about it. I saw Roy Jones call out Floyd Mayweather after Floyd Mayweather's subliminal disses. I saw it. And you guys are hitting me up repeatedly. Showbiz, who do you have if Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather were to fight? And, you know, I must say, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather showed me love. His son, his family. Look, Tim T has always shown love, bro. They have kept it a bean. I just never really been able to connect with Roy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen him a few times. But I'm going with Floyd on this one, man.
Floyd Mayweather has dealt with plenty of trash talk in his career, but this time the jabs cut deeper. Roy Jones Jr. didn't laugh it off. He came back swinging with a message that left no room for misinterpretation. He's not looking for an exhibition, a sparring session, or some flashy publicity stunt. Roy wants a real fight, the kind where there are no special favors, no watered-down rules, and no hiding behind contracts. For Roy, this isn't about chasing a payday or making headlines. It's about proving something that can't be faked, legacy. He's daring Floyd to drop the showman act, step out from behind the bright lights, and meet him in the ring for a true test. No backroom deals, no safety nets, just two legends, face to face, with everything on the line and nowhere to run.
People don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as nearly as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think you would have beat him?
How? How you gonna keep him off on? Right. Sugar is a dog. Yeah. People don't, just cause his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Yeah. Sugar is a dog. Yeah. People don't give him enough credit for that. You gotta think, this in around, between around 13 and 14, I think, Angelo Dundee said, you're blowing it, son. Sugar Ray Leonard got went there and put these things on Tommy Hearns, who knocked Roberto Duran cold with one shot. Your Tommy hit you just like G-Man. You've been hit. Yeah. So for Sugar to go out there and do that, man, they don't give Sugar enough credit. You understand me?
He's a great finisher, too.
They don't give Sugar enough credit.
He get you hurt,
they don't give Sugar enough credit. So for me, I like Floyd, and Floyd is cool, but it's like, Floyd Daddy didn't really fight that close to Sugar. Sugar kind of did what he wanted to do with Floyd Daddy, and it's like, it's gonna be hard for me to see how they're gonna take it and beat Sugar. I mean, they'd have to do something different, that's for sure. Now, if he did something different, he probably have a chance, but just the way he been doing with normal people, that's not gonna work. What I saw in his prime, that's not gonna work with Sugar. Sugar got a third element right there.
He said third element.
He does, he got a third element right there. And we know that. We think Floyd got one, but we don't know. We never seen the challenge. We know Sugar got one.
What you think? How you think that fight would have went though?
Who? Floyd and Sugar?
Y'all two.
Who? Me and Sugar?
Yeah.
I think I would have beat him if I would have fought him, but I probably they probably could have never made me fight him because I feel like I learned so much from him too, and like I think I took what I thought he couldn't do well, and I added that to my game. So if Sugar didn't help me get to be better than him, then it didn't do me no good to have him as a guy that I looked up to. You feel me?
Roy doesn't stop at questioning Floyd Mayweather's career. He takes it a step further, drawing comparisons to the warriors of past generations. In his view, Floyd could never have handled a fighter like Sugar Ray Leonard. Roy describes Sugar as a true dog in the ring, a fearless competitor who embraced pain, pressure, and danger without hesitation. He praises Leonard's heart, his skill, and his willingness to go to war round after round. While Floyd is a master technician, Roy believes he lacks the grit and raw fire that legends like Sugar carried into every fight. And yet, Roy says people forget what it meant to fight in Leonard's era, a time stacked with killers where dominance was earned the hard way. His message is loud and clear. Floyd's record may be spotless, but when measured against legends like Sugar Ray Leonard, it's just not the same.